Hey, what's up, you guys? It's me, Oh Dear, aka the Yellow Review, and continuing along with Paramount's portion of San Diego Comic Con, they actually put not a trailer, but like a 5 minute scene for the new Tales of the TMNT, or should I say, the sequel, sort of, to Mutant Mayhem as we get prepared for the actual movie. Coming off the heels of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, we're going to be dealing with a 2 season arc, seeing Leo, Donnie, Mike, Raph, and we're going to see them go through their own adventures as they try to deal with high school and at least develop these characters, because I feel like, okay, we're going from a movie with actual Spider-Verse style to an actual cartoon series where I'm like, okay, in animation, depending on what type of version you want to talk about with these turtles, it's nice seeing the turtles go back from 3D style animation to actual Spider-Verse style to actual 2D styling, specifically with this version of Mutant Mayhem, because it felt weird hearing that, okay, we're gonna get a TV series, but the TV series is gonna look like 2D style animation, where it's like, is this gonna have the same feel as the movie? Because I feel like with the Spider Verse style, or not exactly, because this version of the Turtles wasn't exactly too inspired by Spider Verse, but it instead used their own stylings and actually designed the Turtles, the characters, and some of the mutants as if somebody actually drew them on sketches on a notebook or anything like that. And I feel like, okay, we're gonna go to 2D animation, and with the teaser and everything they put out, I'm like, at least you're keeping the same style and flow, but let's see what that looks like on an actual 2D scale, because they got the original voices for the movie and a couple of the mutants returning in this one. So I'm like, okay, how's it going to look? How's it going to feel? And for the most part, we got a 5 minute clip showing it. So I don't know how YouTube does with showing off clips. I know they showing off, I can show off trailers, but a 5 minute clip for this, I'm like, hopefully, Hail Mary attempt. But as long as we can actually have some fun while watching it, that's all that matters. All right, guys, let's take a look.
Are you gonna give a big speech or something? The whole "I am Bishop, I hate chaos" thing from before?
What? No, we're here to exterminate the mutants, not talk to them.
We can hear you.
Loud and clear, man.
Wait, did you just say you want to exterminate us?
Yeah, I mean, maybe you don't recognize us. Remember those heroes who saved the city? That's us.
Oh, you think you're heroes? Your mere existence is a threat to humanity.
Oh, yeah, we're doing the speech. Hey, just a quick question though. Mutant guys, how did you actually get to be mutants? It was something to do with your blood, right?
Quiet, Rod.
That
You
be
made
Davidson's voice.
everyone else fooled.
Sounds
But
like him
not
too.
me. Mechazoids!
Is she throwing toasters at us?
Whoa! That is cool.
Yeah, these are pretty sweet. Did you make them? Like in a garage or something? They sort of have that look.
Mechazoids! Exterminate!
Whoa! Is it supposed to be doing that?
Yo, is this for real? Did this lady really build robots to try and snuff us out?
That's horrible. But still kind of cool, you know? Like something you see in a movie.
The way their chemistry blends with the style, it's almost like it's a pre-render of the 3D Spider-Verse look. But it flows fluently too with the way they...
This is not cool. What are these things?
She called them mechazoids.
That sounds super made up! Finally, I get to fight someone I can really let loose on! This is the best day of my life! No?
This is some really advanced AI.
Whoa!
We need a plan.
Hey, isn't that your job?
I got a plan! Beast mode!
Yeah, see, that's not really a plan. This is why you don't have that job. Ah! Leo!
This action on that thing is insane. Ah!
It's working. Huh? Decline.
Are you sure these guys are a threat to humanity and all that? They just seem like, regular kids.
Regular kids are not green, Rod. They don't rampage through the city, destroying buildings and people's life's work, but they're ticking genetic time bombs that... Can you move?
Oh, sorry. I think the orange one is my favorite. Maybe we keep him alive just in case, Maybe we need his blood or something? I don't know.
Guys! Guys, can you hear me? Where are you? We've got to find a way out of here! Hey, no kidding, genius! I'm open to suggestions! Whoa! Ah! Ah! Come on, Leo, think! Got it!
Okay.
Mikey, the lady, her name was Bishop. She's controlling these things. Can you get up there and distract her? Yeah, Mikey. Tell her a joke.
That was sarcasm, wasn't it? See? The murder bot agrees.
Raph, get the Mechazoids to follow you to the center of the
Oh, they still do the little detailing like in the movies too.
Donnie!
The little extra dialogue voices.
Oh yeah.
I see where this is going, Leo. Sorry, Mechazoid. I'll take care of the rest.
What are they doing?
Hi. I don't suppose you're open to talking about this.
I'm just in charge of the snacks, man.
Oh. Yeah, for what they showed off in this little clip here, I feel like, okay, some of the same camaraderie we've seen in the movie is going to be translated onto the series. But most importantly, I feel like the animation style, which is the thing, I'm like, okay, going from 3D to 2D, or I don't even know what to call that animation style at this point, besides Spider-Verse. That transition to 2D animation, I feel like it would have taken away some of the flow from the movie. But for the most part, in this little clip right here, I feel like, okay, some of the same look and feeling is there, even the way they're moving, because it doesn't look like it's cartoony to a point like Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And the team dynamic is still strong because it looks like after the events of Mutant Mayhem, we're going to be seeing people rise into power to say, okay, so these turtles are out there. We don't even know if we see them as friends, if we see them more as threats. And it looks like is shown here because we don't see Cynthia, but I feel like they're not going to acknowledge that point until the second film because I feel like, okay, we're going to be setting up side villains and at least build up these turtles to actually full grown developed teens because it looks like we're going to be dealing with them in their high school years in this, and it's not going to be mainly just them on the street, them doing whatever they can to protect New York. But for the most part, they're going to develop these characters on their own, to their own journeys, their own paths. And for the most part, I feel like this is going to be one of the rare moments where we see all four turtles together because I know in the last movie they acknowledged that, okay, each of them have their social cliques and they're going to stick with whatever they have there. And they might not want to be ninjas after actually being formed in high school and society accepting them. And yes, it looks like we're going to be seeing bits and hints of new enemies because with these little robots, I'm like, okay, that's cool. Let's say they're not Krangbots, but for the most part, I wouldn't be surprised if Donnie gets his hands on one of these and it's like, you know what? I can actually make a little ally and just, call him Metalhead because, it's right there if you want to do it. I don't know. That's just me speculating because I'm like Turtle lore, and I'm like, what haven't they touched yet that they can actually reintroduce or at least bring in a new version of? Because that's the best part about Mutant Mayhem. The thing about Mutant Mayhem, to me, I'm like, okay, I expected one way the story was gonna go because I know the Turtle story, I know the lore, and for the most part, the movie did a 180, and it's like, oh, so you're actually revealing the turtles to the world, which I don't think we've seen that in live action. For the most part, I'm like, I know we haven't seen that in the live action turtles. We've seen bits and pieces of what that would look like in the third Ninja Turtle movie, because I know that everybody doesn't like that movie, but you gotta at least acknowledge the fact that in that specific one, the turtles were out in samurai times, and even back in the day, no matter if they were mutants or not, people still accepted them. And it's like, oh, them doing this in modern day we'll see what fun that could bring, and also the fact that that's not the only turtle thing we're getting. I know we're going to get the live action Last Ronin and the game. I'm excited for that, but for the most part right now, this little Tales of the Teenage Mutant Turtle series, I feel like I'm actually down to watch this one. For me, it's Paramount Plus, and depending on whether they released it all at once or week to week, because if animation is going to be dealing with itself week to week episodes, I'm like, it's going to be a bit of a drag. And for the most part, I'm like, Paramount Plus doesn't have anything else worth keeping besides. Yeah, the little pause is intentional because Paramount Plus isn't worth keeping. If the series is distributed all at once, I might as well just keep it on and keep it with a binge. But if it's going to be going on week to week, I'll give it a chance. But for the most part, I'm actually kind of excited since I know the style is going to be exactly like the movie. I know it's going to be toned down a bit, but at least for the most part, at least keeping the same style and flow of Mutant Mayhem. Alright guys, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already. All my social media is down in the description below. And I'll see you guys on Saturday. Bye guys.